Are you looking for a new football news app? I've already told you for the last 2 months that I'm looking for a football news app. Why are you still asking me this question? Then make sure to check out OneFootball down in the description below for all of your football news, transfers, and rumours. Whether you're a Liverpool fan, a Barcelona fan, or even an Alfreton Town fan, it has them on it as well. Just get it downloaded. So, hello to everyone and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for me to bring you another list of things we want to see in FIFA 20. Today, we're going to be paying attention solely, though, to celebrations that we want to see added into the new FIFA. Now, I don't know about you, okay, but celebrations can be quite an integral part of a FIFA game, especially online. It's pretty much an element of how can I annoy my opponent so much that he plays worse once I've scored this goal. We've had many culprits in the past. We've had the shush, we've had the dab, but trust me, there's plenty of things that could be added, and just generally cool celebrations that I would like to see. It's not all about annoying opponents. The majority of the time it is, but also we've got to keep things fresh, and also there's a lot of different celebrations flying around that are relevant at the moment that I'm sure EA would like to nab and put into their game. If you go on to enjoy the video, slap a like on it and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It's the big red button under the video. We have got a mammoth 20 celebrations to get through, okay? So we better get on with this, all right? I'm sorry, Arsenal fans. We're starting off with the Moonwalk. We're starting off with the Jesse Lingard making the Emirates Stadium his dance floor Moonwalk. From when Manchester United and Arsenal played each other earlier on this season, Jesse Lingard has got a great habit of bringing out very disrespectful celebrations when he plays Arsenal, especially when he faces them in North London. The Moonwalk was on the game at one point because I think it was unlockable for your pro, but you've never been able to do it as an actual real-life player, and I'm sorry, that needs to change. Number 2, we've got the Roberto Firmino covering one eye thing. To be honest with you, I think he's only done it a couple of times, but it's on PES, interestingly enough. It's one of Roberto Firmino's signature moves on Pro Evolution Soccer. He did it against Paris Saint-Germain. He won us a game in the Champions League, basically after he had his eye almost poked out of his actual skull. So basically, to take the mick out of that, he brought out this celebration that you'll have seen on the screen, / are seeing on the screen already. Firmino's karate kicks are on the game, but he's had a lot of different celebrations since then, none of which have managed to find themselves on FIFA just yet. Number 3, we've got Neymar balancing a football boot on his head. Yes, you heard that correctly. The Brazilian decided to bring that out in a League On game, I think at some point. He's done it with his glove, but that's a lot less spectacular. I want to see on FIFA, Neymar or any other player taking their football boot off and balancing it on their head. Is it practical? No. It wastes a lot of time, really. I don't know why you would think to do that in the middle of a football match, but it looks great, and I'd love to see it, really. Number 4 is the Piontek knee slide, where he does that, like, gun fingers thing going on as well. I saw a video, actually, of that on Twitter, of the AC Milan fans actually nailing the timing so that they, like, shouted when he did it, when he actually did the mouth action, which is unbelievable timing. Regardless, want to see that on there as well. Obviously, that would be his signature move. He's been making waves over in Italy. He deserves a better rating, really, when we come to FIFA 20, but it'd be nice to see his celebration on there too. And again, it doesn't have to be a celebration attributed to one player. It'd be nice to see them actually get added so that you can use them with any player at all. Number 5 might split some opinions. This is definitely going to be one that's going to cause some broken TV screens if it comes about on FIFA. The Take the L celebration, coined by Antoine Griezmann during the Champions League and at the World Cup as well. I think he did it during the World Cup final, which, gonna be honest, that's just a violation. But really, the only issue here is that it probably belongs to Fortnite in terms of licensing. So yeah, you might have to pay quite a lot. Having said that, Fortnite steal most of their dance moves from everyone else, so I'm sure it'll be alright. The copyright probably doesn't belong to them at all. Number 6 is one of the weirdest of the lot. I can't lie to you. Rodrigo from Valencia decided to just quickly dip into the crowd one time in La Liga and whip out a red curly wig. I'm not saying it has to be a red curly wig every time. It can be any color. It can be any hairstyle, actually, but it would be hilarious to actually run into the crowd, slap on a wig, and have that as a FIFA 19 celebration. Number 7, we've got players taking off their shirts, and I know it's yellow card and all that, and FIFA don't condone it and stuff, but come on. It's 2019. Anytime any player scores any important goal, the shirt's coming off. Cristiano Ronaldo could score a goal to make it 4-0 in the 85th minute, and he'd still whip his top off. so. And we've also got the Messi or Nabil Fekir variation in at number 8, where they basically take off their shirt and taunt the opposition fans with it, which again is brilliant shithousery, generally speaking. A lot like the Take the L, it would cause a lot of raging online and on Ultimate Team, etc. For those that don't know, basically Lionel Messi, when he was playing in the El Clasico, took off his shirt and physically showed it to the Real Madrid players, Real Madrid fans, sorry, with Messi on the back to show exactly who was breaking them apart. And Nabil Fekir did the same thing against Son Etienne. It caused a pitch invasion. Number 9, we've got the Conor McGregor walk. For those that don't know, it's on the screen now. Sergio Ramos brought it out in a La Liga game at some point. I saw some of the goalkeeper as well do it on Twitter, on social media recently. Again, it's sort of, I don't think it's not going to be trademarked realistically to Conor McGregor, but would they have to ask for permission first? I don't know. Regardless, again, I would love to see that. I'm not going to lie, I would love to see that. And a very similar one actually is the Samuel Umtiti walk at number 10. I'm going to be honest, I don't even understand this one. The Conor McGregor one at least looks like he's just strutting around, whereas Samuel Umtiti, I don't know what he's doing, but it looks amazing. He did it at the World Cup presentation where France actually lifted their trophy back at home in front of their own fans, and he's also done it when he scored goals for Barca. Number 11, we've got the bowling celebration. As you can see in the background, there's not much to explain here apart from the player who scored pretends they're bowling. 5 players line up in front of him and fall over as if it's a strike. It's a great coordinated move. Again, it takes a lot of thought power and brain processing, but again, I would love to see that on FIFA, especially on pro clubs. That would work so well. Number 12 is the corner flag rifle. I'm gonna be honest with you, even now, I don't see it happening. I want it to be there, but will it happen? No. It's on PES though, and that's a PEGI 3 game, so theoretically, there's not anything stopping it legally from being in FIFA. It's just that EA do like to be very squeaky clean and, you know, not do anything that would be untoward whatsoever. There did used to be a celebration on pro clubs. I don't know if it's still there. It's called the water hose, where you were basically pretending to gun players down. It was called the water hose, but realistically, we all know it wasn't a water hose. Number 13 is, I don't know, I wanna, like, it's just dancing, generally speaking. Very commonplace amongst the African nations. I think South Africa, obviously, we got the South African variation, which was from their own World Cup in 2010. But generally speaking, anytime I watch the African Cup of Nations, obviously, I'm part Nigerian, so I do support Nigeria at the African Cup of Nations. Anytime there's a goal at the AFCON, there's some sort of coordinated dance move brought out by the nations there. Get that on FIFA 20 as well. Number 14 is Liam Ridgewell's pencil roll. Just, again, I don't know what convinces anyone to make this their trademark celebration, but now that it exists, it needs to be in FIFA. It is absolutely brilliant. Number 15 is the canoe. I know, I mean, I suppose I don't know a lot about boats, or rowing them for that matter, so it could be any type of rowed boat. Regardless, you get what I'm saying. It's been on the screen. The Sidemen did it at their charity match, but it's also been present in actual real-life football as well. Another one that, in my opinion, would work really, really well on pro clubs, getting all of the pros and all of the players, like, collectively together for it. Number 16 is RKOing a substitute. You heard that correctly. I can't remember what game it was. It might not have been a very mainstream one, actually, but I saw the celebration for it. The player scores, runs over to the substitute's bench, and genuinely RKOs one of the substitutes. I realize that could cause injury. At the end of the day, it's a wrestling move. I want to see it in FIFA. It's stupid, it's ridiculous, but it's amazing. I also saw Adebayo Akinfenwa do a people's elbow during a celebration on one of his own players. Get that in there as well. Number 17 is a very broad one, but I'm just gonna label it as limbs, okay? I think I've talked about it before. There's a very distinct lack of absolute madness when you score a late goal or a really important goal, say in a derby. I wanna see players charging about, jumping into the crowd, and just general limbs absolutely everywhere. If I win the Champions League in the 90th minute, I'm going to have 4 or 5 of my players celebrating. I don't want that. I want players running into the crowd. I want my goalkeeper sprinting 80 yards just to get involved in the celebrations. My manager running into the centre circle like Jurgen Klopp did in the Merseyside derby. Number 18 is a very self-explanatory one I'm sure that a lot of Premier League fans will know about. The Alexander Lacazette, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang handshake is just so cool. Lacazette even came off the bench one time to do do it. Again, that's got to be the celebration that's like trademarked for them too on the game. So for those that don't know, if you press A, you get the traditional celebration for that player. So if you do Ronaldo, you get the Sue celebration. For Aubameyang or Lacazette, if they're both on the pitch at the same time and you press A, they've got to be doing that. Penultimate one, we've got the golf putt. That's actually a celebration that's on PES. I haven't seen it in real life, but I've seen Sadio Mane and Roberto Firmino do it on Pro Evolution Soccer. Again, it's not exactly going to be difficult to shift over from PES to EA. It's not like it's going to be owned licensing-wise by Konami. And then finally, we've got what I can only label as the random car thing. Again, this is another one that's present in PES. There's a clip, I think, of Antoine Griezmann doing it with his teammates. Do I know what's going on? Not at all. I think there was an African goalkeeper who used to do it, and he just used to shuffle along on the floor as if he was driving a car. Let me know what you think, though, about the stuff that I've talked about in this video. What you think should be added to FIFA 20 celebrations-wise. There's a couple that I didn't mention, stuff like flossing from Fortnite or the Dele Alli celebration. Let me know what you think, which ones you would like to see in FIFA 20. If you've enjoyed this video, though, slap a like on it and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It's the big red button under the video and it massively helps me out. You can also follow me on social media these days too. My Twitter and Insta are at theofficialfng and links are down below. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.